Just keep filming, keep filming. Oh, you are doing.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Stand by.
My name is Paul.
Sorry, my fault this time.
My name is Paul Ashton. I've been researching the work of Lucian Freud. Portrait of John Craxton by Lucian Freud, circa 1942, ink on paper. 400 sorry.
No, don't apologise. Just pause and take it up from 400. Okay.
488 by 400 millimeters is the size. When I saw this pen and ink sketch of John Craxton by Lucian Freud for the first time, my first thought was how dirty and stained it looked. I discovered later that it had been picked up from his studio floor. It also looked very amateurish to my eye. What also struck me was how very different in style it was to his later work. It looks kind of cartoonish, maybe even more accurate, like a caricature. Freud appears to have accentuated John Craxton's nose, face and head by giving it a very elongated, almost triangular appearance. That said, the more I look, the more I can see people that I know and have known that look very much like that. As I continued to look at this piece, Craxton began to appear much more like someone from the 1980s than from 1942. His hairstyle, his jacket could have well have come from that era. There are several puzzles in the sketch that I have found intriguing. What is the black object on Craxton's hand? Why has he written the word thumb on the small sketch of the hand in the bottom left corner? Has he done it because he might need to remind himself of what he has actually drawn, because the hand in the main drawing isn't accurate and appears clumsy? Freud has obviously had problems with that hand, so much so that he has drawn over it. Turning the drawing upside down, it appears that he has covered it with a drawing of a bottle, possibly the same bottle that stands on the shelf behind Craxton. Is it really so? And if it is, why should he have done it? Does it have significance in their relationship? Is it
Go back to the subject.
Does it have significance in their relationship? Is it frustration at his bad drawing, or is it simply playful? There are no answers to these intriguing questions as yet, or indeed, if ever, but the picture as a whole makes me more interested in finding out about Freud's early work, his time sharing a flat with Craxton, and his subsequent pathway through life, tracing his development into the artist he became. For it is his later work that has the most impact on my own work. Although I've discovered the sketch late on in my research on Freud, the honesty with which he made his art is already present in this little sketch. It was from there that it was... Oh, sorry.
No, right, that's where it ended. Just a second, I need to pause.
No, sorry.
I think that was the page turn, was it?
Yes, it was.
And there was supposed to be a full stop.
Yes.
I don't know where it is.
Up the sketch,
Yeah.
and then I've just written it was there from the beginning up at the top of the page.
Right, so
Yeah.
we're taking...
So I think we're okay up to the little sketch,
Right,
Right.
okay.
and then I think you need to start with it as there from the beginning.
Right.
Oh yeah, stand by.
It was there.
Okay, it's there.
It was there from the beginning. This honesty...
Just do it one more time.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
It was there from the beginning. This honesty is the aspect of his work that has influenced me most, and which I try to emulate. Most of my work, like Freud's, is figurative. I don't like copying anyone else's style, and I'm certainly not doing that when I think of Freud's images. But his patchwork of different tones and his interest in the shapes a body can make intrigue me, and these are things that I explore when I'm painting. The last thing that speaks to me from this sketch are what appear to be the words "Dear Paul" on Craxton's sketchpad. He is apparently writing a letter. Sorry.
I'll tell you what, Paul.
Yes.
Go back to where we had the page turn.
Yes.
There from.
Right.
Because I think I was going to take you back anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So
Cool.
let's I'll give you the cue to start.
It was there from the beginning. This honesty is the aspect of his work that has influenced me most, and which I try to emulate. Most of my work, like Freud's, is figurative. I don't like copying anyone else's style, and I certainly am not doing that when I think of Freud's images. But his patchwork of different tones and his interest in the shapes a body can make intrigue me, and these are the things that I explore when painting. The last thing that speaks to me from this sketch are what appear to be the words "Dear Paul" on Craxton's sketchpad. He is apparently writing a letter rather than making a drawing. Who is Paul? A friend? Paul Nash? Another great artist of his time that both men probably knew? Or is he sending me a message from the past? Sometimes I like to think that that might be so.
Alright. Now, there's one thing I'd like you to read. Yes? Reread. One little page from the early stage. From turning the drawing upside down.
Right.
And down to why would he have done it?
Right.
Okay, which is
Cool.
basically
Okay.
the end of that sentence. Okay. Again. Right. What's to the right?
Turning the drawing upside down, it appears that he has covered it with a drawing of a bottle, possibly the same bottle that stands on the shelf behind Craxton. Is that really so? And if it is, why would he have done it?
One more time.
Turning the drawing upside down, it appears that he has covered it with a drawing of a bottle, possibly the same bottle that stands on the shelf behind Craxton. Is that really so? And if it is, why would he have done it?
Lovely.
Great. Nice job.